If you guys haven't already found one, try and find a Facebook group in your area that does group rides. There's a lot of things that we've done as a family that we would not have done as individuals. Riding on Sea-Doos and stuff like that, there's no real risk for anything. You just float down the river or you go over to the shore. But when we do off-roading like this, there's real comfort in knowing that our families aren't stranded out there with nothing close by and no hope of getting close to a road. So a special thanks to anybody who puts together group rides. You're truly appreciated. We really appreciate it in this case that some guidelines were put out for us even before the ride. Different things like if you're a faster rider, get closer to the front of the group. If you're a newer rider, go to the back of the group so that you don't hold others up. And more importantly, always look for the rider behind you. You're responsible for anytime you come to a fork in the road to make sure that the person that was behind you makes the turn prior to you moving on. So a lot of different things that you can think about letting people know before the ride, and as much organization available is appreciated. Let them know how much gas they might need for the day, and if it's just an exploration, let everybody know, hey, we don't know where we're going, we're just going to kind of go see what's out there and explore and have a great time. And we expect the ride to take about this long for you, and that way you can know to pack a lunch or waters or whatever that might look like. Just like the steep climb that we just did right there, or the steep descent, that's not something we normally would have done, just not having a lot of comfort with our Razor yet. Close to us we have Prairie City. If you're in Northern California or close to it, we recommend going to Prairie City. It's got a lot of different things there to build your skills and just feel confident. Go over some small bumps, feel what it's like to turn fast, go on the quote track and go around that quickly. But even with all that preparation we had done there, this was the first time that we had ever went up a bank on a river that was gravel. If we had looked at this as a family, we would have just kind of went a different direction. So again, just great to ride with the group. They help you prepare for different tools and things you may want to carry on your rig, as well as give you guidance, and just seeing somebody do it is a confidence builder. So it was great to watch others do this, and then made it so easy to do it for ourselves afterwards. We ever come up to this obstacle in the future, we're going to get past it no problem and feel good doing it. Originally, we were reluctant to go on this trail. When you go to OnX, which is an app that shows different trails for side-by-sides, which in theory is wonderful. I love that you can filter by the size, because you'll find a lot of times that you cannot go on an ATV track. Motocross is different. Even 50-inch vehicles have different accesses, and everything it was showing on most of the apps showed that there was only 3 miles of trail in this area. Well, that was a deterrent for us. We weren't going to do it. Because the group was going out there, we had opted to check it out. So glad we did. This place is endless. If you've never been to Walker Ridge, Come by, check it out. You'll love it. And close by, if you haven't heard of it, is Stonyford. That has camping there so that you can spend even more time. And there's even areas with snow on the ground during the winters. And just sounds like a great time. That's definitely on our list to go to here in the near future. So it looks like a yes. The entire time my family was crossing the valley, we were looking at this fire road going, wow, that's really steep. And so what's happening right here is the group organizer and a couple others are getting up to it, and they can make it themselves. I think they feel pretty confident with that, but there's a lot of people in the group, and so they're looking at it to see what the majority of the group would want to do. And so that's what we're looking at right here. And that brings up an important point for anybody riding, even in groups. Feel comfortable with what you're about to do. try things, challenge yourself. But if you don't feel comfortable with it, then it's okay to not go forward on that path and find a different way. Maybe you can meet up with the group in another time. And always ask these questions when you can about if the road's going to be technical. Is it going to be a fast ride? Is it going to be a slow exploring pace? Just so you feel comfortable and pick the best rides for yourself. We feel comfortable enough with this machine. We've taken it out a few times, though this is our first season and we just got it back from the shop. So we felt comfortable doing this, so we moved forward. We went up this hill and it was an adventure. We're glad that everybody's been trained to keep your hands on the handlebars, keep your hands inside at all times. Practice it. If ever you were to roll over, does everybody in your vehicle know to hold on to those safety bars and keep them there? Even when you're rolling over, keep your hands tight on there, and that way everybody is that much safer until it comes to a complete stop.
Yeah, I left mine in the